What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to the motherfucking Rewind. It's me, PJ. I'm sorry, I'm yelling. No, I'm excited because I ain't did this in a hot minute. Let me tell y'all something. I had to take a break, from the podcasting world, but a bitch is back, okay? I had to focus on producing my own shows. I had to focus on, getting my foot back out up in these mics and shit, bitch. So, I'm back in everything, I always say that when I come back, but I promise I'm gonna find a way to be more consistent with this. I just gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? Put myself on the schedule because I actually love doing this. And I want to have more guests on. I want to do more things with this podcast. I mean, I am trying to do other things. Stay tuned. But no, yes, I am back with another episode. I feel like the last episode I did was might have been March. It might have been March. It definitely was not April. Yeah, it definitely might have been like March, February. But yes, I've been having to, produce my own shows. You know what I'm saying? I do a comedy show here in Chicago. I definitely will post about it too. So y'all definitely should check it out. But I was focusing on that. And then I'm trying to put together an improv group. I'm just trying to do more comedy related pre-record episodes. Because I'll be trying to do the thing where I do it each week. I'll be like, oh girl, no. Just pre-record these motherfucking episodes. And I don't have to worry about that video shit because I'm not doing that. I want to keep this strictly audio right now. That's too much to try to worry about this visually. No, you can listen. That's what this is for, okay? I'm not finna do that dumb shit. But yes, it is starting to warm up here in Chicago, just in case you were wondering. People finna be outside and shit. What else has been going on? It is May, we almost at June, gay shit. I said gay shit. That's what I said. It really been not going on, y'all, just trying to live and make it in this world. Groceries still high. Our gas out here, motherfuckers, $7. $7. Oh no, girl, for $7, you might as well get on the bus. No, let me stop playing. I said it as a bitch who don't have a vehicle. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, damn. Oh my goodness. I just can't believe we are here again. Oh, it made me want to fight people. But who can you fight besides all the dumbasses who voted for him? I hate it here. Now, let's move on to the 5 finger segment where I like to slap a few bitches for getting on my nerve. Now, it's been a minute since I've been here. And so some of these notes, I know they might be a little dated, of course. But bear with me, okay? Bear with me, babies. I want to give 5 fingers to this white lady named Yvonne Hampton. She was this Florida bus driver. She tried to pass a moving train with a bus full of kids, and she got past, but had the kids screaming, and they were scared because the lights and everything had came down. What's that? The little crossing thing. It came down, and she talking about oh no, I'm not letting no train stop. Bitch, know why you got kids in this bag? No. So girl, 5 fingers to you, and I think they taking her to jail. Take her to jail. No, you don't do that with kids. And if you watch the video too, it was right on the tail of that bus. You could even see the kids in the video moving to the front, cause you that's why you just can't give everybody every motherfucking job. I don't care how desperate of a job you need. When you're doing a job where you are transporting, people's children's, girl, come on, stop acting stupid. 5 fingers to this man in Maryland. I forgot his name. I forgot to write down the name, but he was giving out fake nursing degrees to get workers into healthcare, and I think they're giving him 21 months. It just really pisses me off. And I know people be like, well, PJ, people got to do what they got to do to get what they got to get. Bitch, if you can't pass the nursing test, maybe you don't need to be a nurse. No. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just being real, okay? I know plenty of friends, for real, for real. I always talk about this, how they started in like nursing or science. And I really don't think any of them finished. Most went to communication or I'm trying to think, or education, but most went to communication. A lot of people who I know, one, two, yes, a lot of people who I know went in for like, chemistry and like nursing and all that shit. They went in for that and came out as communication majors, and that's fine and doing well now, might I add. But it's just like maybe you might have to change it if you can't get that part right. That's like me. I wanted to get a major in information systems when I was in school, but I just knew I wasn't gonna make this in time. So I was like, no, 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 no. I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna do us all a favor and drop this, okay? I'm not gonna do that. No, no, no. So, and then you get unqualified people doing stuff like, because nurses actually take care of people. That's the thing, bitch. You ain't just trying to do something like, oh, I'm just trying to finesse to be the supervisor at Staples. Like, oh, yeah, girl, you do what you gotta do, okay? But to be a nurse, to take care of people in bad health, no. You should be qualified, ho. Just like you want somebody to be qualified if they're taking care of your relative or your loved one or anything like that. Like, what? Be for real. What that lady said in the video, be for real. Be for real. And then 5 fingers to preparatory charter school because they trying to stop this student from walking across. I gotta look in to see what happened. They trying to stop this student from walking across because he did a video of the students in the school reading this little clip, and it had the word silhouette extraordinary, and it did have some word with a G that fucked me up. I gotta look that motherfucking word up. That fucked me up. It did. If you know it, send it to me, okay? Because I fucks up words too. But, baby, they were struggling on silhouette and extraordinary, and I was like, now, I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw the video, I said, my God, silhouette? Y'all don't know silhouette? And this is a preparatory charter school. What's going on? Now, I was a little bit no, honestly, revert. Scratch it. I was more disappointed in extraordinary than silhouette. Silhouette, I'm not giving it to you, but I understand. Silhouette remind me of, like, because when the first time you see it, it'll fuck you up. It remind me of the word, listen. You know how you've always said words, but when you see it spelled, you be like, what the fuck? I will never forget. I feel like that's the first time when I saw the word chihuahua. Bitch. Girl, I said chihuahua. Girl, they was like chihuahua. I said, this how you spell chihuahua? Okay. For real, chihuahua threw me for a lot. I thought it was chihuahua. Oh my God. No, okay, let me stop. Chihuahua threw me for a loop, bitch. It threw me for a loop, so I get it. But extraordinary, I was like, okay, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, extraordinary, that low key, that should be 8th grade, maybe even before, if you know what I'm saying. I just don't know if that's what y'all, but I just think that's crazy to try to not have him graduate and things like that because he showcased some shit where it seems like y'all who creating that curriculum and that is fucking up at. Okay? Don't do that to him. Now, baby, some of y'all should have quick read. I was gonna say you should have quick read it, but you might not be able to quick read it. I don't know, baby. Extraordinary is the one where I was like, extraordinary, y'all? Extraordinary? They was fucking up. They was fucking up on extraordinary. Again, silhouette, I'm like, yeah, I get it. But extraordinary, that's when I was just like, oh my God. I don't know if the children are the future no more. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna have empathy, but they may not be able to read. Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna give up on the youth. The youth with the F. Yeah, I'm not gonna give up on them. Now, let's move on to a little segment I like to call PJ's Point, where I'm not trying to teach, all right? Where I'm not trying to preach. Oh, yeah. But I do want to reach out and just touch somebody with a little word. You know what I'm saying? This comes from something I am going to talk about later when we get to the reviews section. But I just had to point it out. I don't know if y'all been following Drew Sidora and her legal battle. Drew Sidora is on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's also the singer of "You Like Whipped Cream Toppings on Your Banana Split, Split, Split." You know it. If you a true girlfriend, then you know it, okay? Now, they've been going through a custody battle, and she has to move out by the end of this month, I believe, and I think he gets primary custody of the children, which is very sad because Drew want to be with her kids. Who wouldn't want to be with their kids? You know what I'm saying? And on the show, she a good mama. Drew a good mama. The point I wanted to make is, and I wrote down, stop trying to be in love so bad. And what I mean by that is, Drew revealed, I believe that was on the after show of maybe the season when they was going through the divorce with motherfucking cousin Courtney, her lemon drop head ass. Oh my God, I forgot about the heifer. Oh Lord, cousin Courtney. Oh, don't bring her back, please. Oh, cousin Courtney. Oh, what happened to Tanya? Okay, I'm getting off track. Okay, look, PJ Point, okay? But, listen, stop trying to be in love so bad, because she revealed that her and Ralph was together 6 months when they got engaged. And then she got pregnant. You are pregnant for 9 months. You mean to tell me you was pregnant longer than you knew this man? And I know people be like, well, they did, 10 years they said it was? I'm like, no. Because there's no way it shouldn't have got this bad. If you know what I'm saying? I just feel like, Drew gives me as she's just a hopeless romantic type of person. And Ralph gives me as he has been displaying these red flags since day one. But she's just been wanting to ignore them for love. My friends say you can't trust nobody that look too good. And let's be honest, Ralph is fine as hell. Yes. So I do agree with that. But I also just think it gives that she wanted to be in love so bad. And I know people be like, because it lasts long. I'm like, well, I bet you it seems like during these last 10 years, it was nothing but not the best. Or some, or if the TV truly just got him acting like that, that's sad. That really is. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to say, stop trying to be in love so bad. I know we want to find that person, but really get to know people and see how they are through all their emotions. Happy, sad, confused, angry, jealous, embarrassed, livid, all the things. You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel like I just feel like it wouldn't have got this messy if you would have known him just a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, Drew. I do feel for you, okay? But I tell people all the time, stop trying to be in love so bad. Stop trying to be in love. And be like, do you want to be attached to this person? And what will happen? I think, too, loving somebody is also knowing, like, hey, what happens if? You know what I'm saying? And I don't think they thought about that. I don't think they did. But yeah, that's my point, baby. That's my point. Let's move on to the cheer section, where we like to give a little clink, to some excellence going on. Let me grab my little wine here. Okay. Now, no, I feel like these are definitely a little outdated, but it's okay. Cheers to Michael B. Jordan on his Oscar. He won an Oscar, right? Yeah, he won an Oscar. Yes! Shout out to Michael B. Jordan on his Oscar win. What else I wrote down here? Oh, shout out to all the NAACP award winners. Oh, that was a long time ago. Oh, I ain't did this in a minute. Cheers, we cheers to some good white people. Okay? So cheers to Mr. Finney. I feel like this was early in the year. He turned 99. I said, "Oh my goodness, he is in here. He is here." Okay. I hope he lived to see 100. I really do. He deserves. He deserves. And then last I got here. Oh, I wrote down Kimora Lee finally dropped the Simmons from her name. Come on now, girl. Cause let me tell you something. Was it Russell? That's who she was married to. Girl, you want to get away from him as much as possible. Cause when he come back, I feel like they gonna take him to jail, girl. Girl, I feel like they gonna take him to jail. You know, Kimora Lee also said they contacted her to be on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but I think she turned it down. You know, I always said I thought she would have been good on there. It's something about Kimora I want to see. I don't know what it is, but I do know she got a little reality show. I said I might watch that. We'll see. But yeah, those my little cheers. Sorry, they won really. I feel like they very. I feel like a lot of stuff happened. I gotta do some more research. Okay. But yes. Now let's move on to reviews. Where I talk about what I've been watching, listening, or maybe even reading lately. Okay, so, oh yes, I got some of the things, y'all. Oh, I'm looking at my list. Okay, movies. What have I watched? Oh, I watched that movie Emergency on Amazon Prime. Hold on, let me look it up real quick because I want to get these names right. I thought it was very good. It was definitely, yes, it came out in in 2022. I'm so sorry. It's the one, and it's a Prime Video thing, yeah. So in it, you got, I'm trying to find, because I want to say everybody's name right. You got RJ, I think Kyler is his name. Donald Ellis, what's your name? Why is it not going to show? Okay, there it is. RJ Kyler, Donald, is it Elise L.C. Watkins, Sebastian Chacon, Sabrina Carpenter, Maddie Nichols, yeah, she's important, and then I don't know who this Al is. Oh, Madison Thompson, and then Diego Abraham. So I watched it on Amazon Prime, and it was good. Let me tell you something. What's this boy name? I'm trying to think. What's his name? RJ Kyler. I thought he did phenomenal. I thought he was very funny, but he also was a very good actor during the serious moments. I thought it was so good. I say, look at little Sabrina, but I do know she has been acting and doing voice acting before she got famous for singing, and I'm not gonna lie, not a bad actress. Not bad. I know she was in she's been in something else, I feel like Disney related or something like that, but she was not bad. I ain't even gonna hold you. And again, the role wasn't, granted, she was just playing a white girl, and of course, what is she going to play but a white girl, because she is a white girl. But okay, she did. She ate. And the guy that played Carlos was great too. That core cast was phenomenal. I thought this was a good movie. What they give it on excuse me. What they give it on? What did they give it on? Wait, I should go on Rotten Tomatoes, right? Right, I should go on Rotten Tomatoes. Ooh, it looked like Rotten Tomatoes, they gave it a 91%. So, yeah, I really did like it. I did. So if you on Amazon now, it's gone. I definitely recommend watching if you want to watch something a little funny but also dramatic, and it's gonna go there. Also, I'm just gonna keep it 100. Black people, it's about, like, you know, being black, and you know. So basically, what happened is these three college guys, two black men and one Latino man, they find some white girl passed out in their living room, and it take them on a motherfucking journey, bitch. Okay? It take them on a motherfucking journey. And of course, it be going exactly probably where you think it be going. So, good to watch, but just get prepared. And it's nice to know it came from, I think, a short film. And they made it into a movie. And again, the two main, what's their names? RJ and, what was his name? Oh, I just had it. Dion. Was that his name? The two main people were phenomenal. And shout out to Miss Sabrina. Let's see, what else have I watched? Oh, I watched Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, the new one. So yes, there was a remake of Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. It came out in 2004, rated R. Ooh. Now Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 54. Either, first of all, let me just start by saying Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead is one of the movies for me. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's cute. I get the cuteness of it. I enjoyed this one because, of course, it was an all-black cast. So it was nice to see some young black talent on here. And good, too. They was all good as hell. I thought they was so funny, too. And then, you know, Miss Pat was in here. She was the mom. And is this who I think it is? Because, yes. So, I was a little confused, but then I figured it out. Oh, you're the director, Wade Allen Mark. I feel like I've seen you before on things. Yeah, you did stuff. Ah, what have I seen you in? He's been in other stuff, y'all. I didn't know he was a director of this movie. That's fun. I gotta figure out where I've seen him from though. But it's all black cast and it's fun. But no, Nicole Richie is in it, and I'm not gonna lie. She was pretty good. And for a minute, I didn't recognize her, which I think was a good thing. Or was it? Am I being shady? I don't know. But no, Miss Pat is in it. Tariq Withers is in it. I'm trying to think. Anybody else? Yeah, I think, now, again, Rotten Tomatoes gave it 54%. It was, I didn't think it was 54%. It was what it was. It was, I don't know. Like, it wasn't amazing, but it wasn't terrible neither. I liked it. I ain't gonna lie. I enjoyed it. I really did. I really did. It was nice to watch. It had me hee and ha. And also, because I was watching it when I was folding clothes and I was investing and I was tuned in. So it was good to me. But damn, I was like 54%. I'm like, But, and I do think the main girl, I think she did a good job. I think she was funny. She was definitely like leaning into it. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Emergency, I gave a B. And then Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, I gave it a B minus. Just because it was good, but like, of course, it's like, of course it was corny, but then it wasn't. And then it was also one of those things like, how long is this going to go? Because I guess stuff like that you get away with in whenever the first one was made. But probably not in 2024. But no, it was good. It was good. Let's see. Okay, I think that's all the movies I watched. Oh, I finally watched Straight Outta Compton, y'all. You know, not a bad movie. I learned a lot. You know, I didn't know much about this group, so I learned a bit. It made me want to look up when they was about when they weren't supposed to perform Fuck the Police, but they did anyway. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I was very I don't know if that was intention. Listen, from all the ways people be describing Suge Knight, that person who played him, I just don't know. I just don't know if he lived up to it or not. Because the way people describe him is like a literal, like, walking devil bear. You know, for real. So I'll be like, so when that man came on the screen and stuff, and I was like, okay, maybe he looks more like him, but I'm like, I'm not getting intimidating at all. Maybe that casting choice, I was like, I don't know, maybe we should have thought about that one. Cause it's just not working for me, you know? But I thought the movie was good. It's one of them things I had to look up to. I knew somebody was not gonna like what was said. See, and that's one of them things where because Eazy-E not here, he can't tell he can't tell his side. And then I think somebody else was mad at how because it turned out to be about Ice Cube. In my personal opinion, it turned out to be the Ice Cube biopic. I'll be quite honest. After a certain point, sprinkling everybody else in it. But then when I look at the producers, I'm like, oh, this make perfect sense. You know what I'm saying? See, that be the thing, and say with Michael and shit, you be wanting a good biopic, but the people don't want to tell the story in the honest way. Everybody want to look good. And I think that's one of them things that stops the story from really being good because everybody want to make themselves look good. And not to say Ice Cube just wrote a story to make him seem good, but I don't know. But it was still a good movie. You know what I'm saying? Good watch. I was invested. Okay. I thought the performances were great. I didn't know the guy that played Eazy-E, that was the one that had, all those situations, He was being a little, disrespecting some boundaries, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I thought it was good. I will say, the By Felicia reference, may I just say I thought it was could have left it out. I guess it was just so obvious, it was just like, oh God. It's really, y'all. Who asked for that? Okay, who asked for that? All right. But I would give that one a C. I would give it a C. Definitely, probably don't need to watch it again. But yeah, a C would do it good. What else have I watched? What else do I have down here? Oh, so let's now that we've gone from movies, we gotta go to reality television, KBBs, okay? Oh, it's been so much going on since I last seen y'all. Oh my goodness. Okay. First of all, let's start with Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Let me just say, these hoes came out swinging. They did, bitch. They really did. They just started a new franchise in Rhode Island. I ain't know shit was over there, but water and rocks and shit. The bitches be holding out clams. You know what I'm saying? But there's some interesting bitches. They all they be looking alike. All these white bitches. And it's all white bitches, But girl, my God, they be looking alike sometimes. I'm just starting to differentiate them apart from each other and shit. So I'm like, oh goodness. But it's good. It's good. Some of the girls got beef already. My favorite so far is something about Joellen I like. I don't know what it is. It's something about her I like, but then she also get on my nerve too. She do. When she was meeting her sister, and she was like, "Oh, you could steam the outfit," and she was like, "I'm like, girl, shut the fuck up. You don't just say shit like that. Damn, you know how certain people you ain't gotta say shit, and it's like, oh, get on my nerve." I like Joellen, and there's something about Liz I like too. I do. Wait, Liz? Yes, Liz. I do enjoy some Liz. I do. Rosie, she cute. What's the other girl name? Oh, I forgot that baby name. And then you got Alicia, and then you got Kelsey and Kai Ruler, who I just feel like she don't be in enough episodes for her to be holding anything out, which pisses me off. I just feel, right? That's just me. I just been noticing. I'm like, bitch, I feel like you do not be there a lot. But maybe it's just me because I got to catch up because I'm on episode when they going on to the little mansion and shit. So once I get done doing this, I'm gonna go and watch that. All right, because then maybe it'll change. But no, I think it's good. I am shocked that I'm watching it. And I am actually looking forward to it. The first 2 episodes, I was like, oh wow. And they already got renewed for another season too. I knew they was though. It's good. It's good. It is good. We got another one. We got another. And you know this good. I'm watching it because again, it's all white girls. Okay? And you know I really only do that for Salt Lake City. And again, that's Real Housewives of Miriam Cosby. I can't wait for Salt Lake to come back on. Oh my God. That's going to be good. But no, Real Housewives of Rhode Island, y'all should watch it. I think y'all should watch it. It is good. It is good. And I think it's good because everybody know everybody. And it's a small community. I really do think that's what make it good. And I think that's why in certain big cities when they don't know each other, it just don't work out. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's good, y'all. Go ahead and watch it. Go ahead and watch it. I'm trying to think, is there anything else about Rhode Island I wanted to watch? Tell y'all about. Oh, and also it's a good little story on there where a bitch is getting cheated on. And you know, sometimes, and baby, let me tell you something. She's so dumb. She's so fucking dumb. It's just like, I just would never want to look dumb on national television. Never. Okay? You're not gonna make me look like that. I'm gonna have to cut you. Okay? But yes, go ahead and watch it. And since we've been gone, baby, the one, the only Real Housewives of Atlanta has returned, bitches. Okay? We are back. We are back with 2 new housewives, K. Michelle and Pinky Cole. We have Angela Oakley returning with Drew Sidora, Phaedra Parks, Cynthia Bailey as a friend. I forgot Cynthia's last name for a minute. And Shamia Merton and Kelly. What's Kelly's last name? Pickley? But then Hughes Porter? Cause then I know she just did Kelly back. Okay. Baby, we is back, and it's been a good season so far. A new episode just came out yesterday. I still have not caught up yet. I'm gonna get there. Okay, don't rush me. But you know, it's been good so far. They on a trip to Dallas. It's a lot going on. They've been arguing over rooms and shit. You know, I'm gonna be real. I ain't like Cynthia attitude toward the room shit. I just felt like she should have been like, my bad, I'm gonna get somebody in there to clean it. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like she... I felt like, okay, this is what I honestly feel like what happened. I feel like they kept saying it was dirty, embarrassed her, and that's what made her get a little mad, which is understandable. But you could have just been like, hey, y'all, like, okay, I'm gonna get it there. You know what I'm saying? I cannot make them do it on demand. I can only tell them and like, I'm going to push again. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. When they was in that Sprinter brand, I was like, okay, now Cynthia. What should me say? That was 50 Cent. Let me tell you something. I love me some Pinky. I love me some Pinky, my fellow vegan sister. You know, and I'm tired of the discourse about the way Pinky look. Because let me tell you something. Everybody don't want to bust down. Everybody don't want to be laying on the table, getting cut on and sucked on and everything like that. She want to be a natural vegan woman. Let her be a natural vegan woman. Don't make it fuck what y'all think, okay? Because let me tell you something. I like it. I want to see her here. And I know some people have been talking about that, and I'm just like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Just because somebody don't want to wear a 50-inch bust down with a face pounded with makeup. Shut the fuck up, okay? But and K. Michelle is there. Now you know. Oh my goodness. It's getting messy. It's getting messy, y'all. It is getting messy. K, Michelle, and Portia been going at it online. Portia calling her I think K. Michelle called her coward first. Then Portia called her coward, saying you down, like, you know, 2 doors down. then K Michelle said you was fucking on her, said Portia was fucking on her ex. And at this point, Portia, if somebody said you was fucking on their ex, it's like, yeah, I believe it, Yeah, I listen. Okay, I'm sorry, Portia, I'm sorry. But you know what you've done. You know the door. No, I'm just kidding. I'm so sorry, Portia. No, unless Portia says it did not happen, okay? It's Portia, your track record not good, baby. It is not good, you know what I'm saying? But I got faith in you, though. I got faith in you. And then on the last episode, again, I've only seen the clips, but I'm gonna watch it after this. And Drew Sidora and K Michelle got into it. Everybody just arguing, child. They just arguing. I don't know why they doing all that arguing, okay? But you know what it is, though? At the end of the day, K Michelle, and I hate to be that person, okay? I think this is what I was talking about when K Michelle come into Real Housewives. I think, how do I say this? I think she doesn't know how to shake things off. And unfortunately on Housewives, not unfortunately, but I think that's one of the things about the Housewives that make you have to do. And I don't think she knows how to do that, especially coming from somewhere like Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and when they kind of go so hard. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. I think she doesn't understand how to have a little fun. Well, I guess the Kelly and Portia thing wasn't really fun shade. But yeah, I just think she's too hurt from that situation to understand how to detach from what goes on here. But my thing is also I feel like at this point you should know. You the one that wanted to secure your spot here. But and I'm not saying you deserve to be attacked now that you're here. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm saying, but I don't know. I'm a little confused. And I think I think this is the K Michelle that I think some people were worried about seeing, that it was a little bit much, because I ain't even gonna hold you. The stuff with her and Drew, right now, it's it don't even make too much sense to me, honestly. Yeah, she just too hurt from Love and Hip Hop. It's unfortunate. But so far she's been doing well. I think she's been doing well. She's been funny. She just had an explosive episode last week, okay? But and then we had the Pinky and Angela show. They both got, I definitely will say Angela was the victor. Okay, she got it together. Angela just reads so effortlessly. For real, it's like they just come smooth. I'm in awe, honestly. I'm amazed. My Chicago queen, I love it. If I could get you on the show, I would, but I'm poor, and I don't think you want to come to my apartment and do a podcast, but who knows? Maybe you might, send it to Angela, okay? Effortlessly. That was a good little showdown. That was some good, girl. You know what I'm saying? That was good. That was good. I know we hate to see people arguing like that, especially the black women, but I'm like, that is the entertainment I have been searching for. Okay? That was for me. But yes, Atlanta is back. And it's been doing well so far, in my personal opinion. I really think it has been. From what the people saying, I think everybody is enjoying Angela, of course. I think K Michelle is confusing the people. The people are just not feeling Shamia and Callie. They aren't, which sucks because I love Shamia and Kelly. I really do. I don't care what nobody say. I love Kelly. They don't like her. Candace compared her to Ashley, and I was like, I don't know if Kelly is that bad, because Ashley really just enjoys wreaking havoc, whereas I think Kelly is just energetic, and sometimes that just throws people off. I do. I really do. So that's why I'm just like, I don't know. Now, I don't know to compare to Ashley. Ashley, I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Ashley's a lot, girl. She is a lot. Speaking of, I can't wait for them to come back on Potomac. Now, I heard that Wendy might have stopped filming. That's what they saying, girl. They said Giselle might have caught her on the line. She might have stopped filming. Oh, my goodness. I can't wait, okay? I can't wait for Soul Lake to come back on. They said New York filming is going to be good. I'm excited to see what... I'm going to actually give New York another chance, too. Girls still have no interest to watch Beverly Hills. I know. I'm going to get to it, y'all. One day, I'm just going to get real drunk and high, and I'm just going to put it on, and I'm finna do it. From season 1, I swear I'm going to do it, because I got to be a housewife connoisseur. I do. But no, when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta, I'm excited to see where this season finna go. I think this finna be good. This reunion finna be bitch. It's finna be fat. They finna be cussing each other out. I can't wait to see K. Michelle at this reunion. And honestly, right now, it's K. Michelle versus Portia, which is a good little match. That's a good little match, okay? Let's see. Let's move on to the pop culture segment, or what I like to call WWW, Worldwide. What the hell?
Girl, what's going on?
Well, I like to talk about what's going on in pop culture. Okay, I got a few stories. Nothing crazy. Meg and Clay broke up. You know, everybody was talking about that girl. I mean, what was the word? He cheated. Niggas. Half niggas. Crazy. But at the end of the day, now I will say though, I'm gonna be real. I was disappointed in Meg stopping her Chicago run. Listen, I understand you heartbroken, boo-boo. Oh my God, I love him. Like, I get it. No, for real. Don't let that stop your bag. In your song, Circle, you said 1, never let a nigga see you sweat. 2, never let these niggas come between the check. I believe you just broke 2 of your own rules. Okay? You should have stayed on and you should have learned how... you should have become, especially right now, because I see Meg's in her performance bag. She been in some show on CBS she was on when she was fucking Harry Potter. And then it was some show on Netflix, I think, or something like that. I got to keep up. But you should have kept doing that show, boo. Like, listen, niggas gonna nig, okay? Niggas gonna nig even when they got a bad bitch. But, like, I felt like, you know, Funky said this too, and I was feeling the same way. I was like, I feel like that's not a good look professionally. Meaning, like, if you had a contract and you backing out because, oh, my boyfriend broke up with me, it's kind of like, okay, girl, no one died, you know, nothing physically, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your health wasn't at risk. It was, and I'm not trying to invalidate heartbreak, okay? But it's just like, oh, girl, come on. Like, come on, let's do this show. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do this show. I think you should have did it. And also, again, I don't think it's a good look. And it makes people, I feel like it's like, ooh, do we want to book her for something with a contractual run? Because we know if something happens, she might leave. You know, so... And Funky had said that on his show, and I was thinking the same thing. And especially, too, like, I mean, granted, I know her stand-in is going in, but it's, like, also in the theater space, too, where, like, people be working hard to get those roles, and, like, someone like you can just come in and do it, and then not even have to, like, fulfill it, but, you know, it's people who, like, hungry for that, and not trying to say you wasting time. That's not, but, like... It just doesn't scream like, oh, I'm about like professional. And granted, she never, I don't know if Broadway was ever one of her things. She probably has wanted to do it, but like it just came at a, you know, bad time. But I just like, I wish you could have kept doing it, boo. I wish you could have kept doing it. Let's see. Oh, Spirit Honor done closed down. That's crazy though. Like, I hope everybody who got stranded got home safely, because they said it closed down like in the middle of the night. Even like didn't like give people like a stop to where they like shouldn't be purchasing tickets anymore. I said, oh my goodness. But you know, I think they did that on purpose because, you know, Spirit was the more affordable line. And I just felt like that was intentional. I do. But damn, girl, I was like, oh my God. Oh, and I'm so sorry to all those people who lost their jobs. Like, because I know it's hard. especially right now in this motherfucking economy. And they lost their insurance too, which is crazy. No, yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. But yeah, Spirit is no longer there. I can't believe it's gone. And they said Frontier might be next, girl. So be prepared. Be prepared. Let's see what else we got up in here. Oh, speaking of more Bravo shit, Real Housewives of Miami on pause. They said due to the low ratings. Oh, I haven't really gotten into that one. That one just don't look interesting to me. But I said I want to do it to support my Latina sisters, okay? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they repping over there. But Andy said this is like not like a definite pause. He said they could be coming back. Now they just had like the little announcement or whatever, because they announced the like what's coming up in the show lineup, and they are filming something called what it was called, Wives of Texas, and it's giving like I don't know if it's supposed to be a Dallas reboot or something like that. But I don't know. They doing some stuff, girl. They doing some stuff. Housewives Ultimate Girl Trip, the 20th anniversary coming out, which let me tell you something. Bitch, don't none of you bitches better call me when that come on. No, I'm not gonna binge it in one night. Cause I low-key don't even be liking to binge stuff like that. Cause it just takes, I like to be a little surprised, a little like have something to look forward to, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's because I come back to them days where you used to do episodes a week, you know what I'm saying? And they still do that on these streaming services. They'll give you like 2 or 3, and then after that, release them weekly. But I ain't finna just sit down and watch all 3 at once. Although I might. Listen, I don't know, okay? Because let me tell you something. All the girls is meeting. Lenithia is back. And they said, and I'm pretty sure, the fans, y'all saw the party where they, Nene threw like a costume party or something like that. And, all the girls was there. I'm talking about Stacy, Candace, Giselle, Robin, like literally everybody was there. Lisa Wu, then that's when Lisa Wu and then Lene got into it online and shit. I think Sheree was there. I feel like Cynthia was there. I think Kim was there. I feel like it was like, shout out to y'all. 20 years? 20 years? That's crazy. That's crazy, okay? Oh, bravo. But honestly, I'm just a housewife person. I can't really get into like Summer House. Like, I've been seeing the stuff that's going on with the girl Sierra and everything. First of all, listen. I'm just gonna say this and I don't care what nobody feel about it, okay? Listen, girl, Sierra, my queen, my black beautiful queen. Why are you surprised when these white people want to go with other white people? Girl, listen. And I know some people be like, it's not about that. No. I think who was the other girl? The girl. Kayla something, the one who did the dance with Tony. What are you thinking? You know the dance. The one who did that with Tony. So I just be like, girl, don't be surprised if like the white man you was with want somebody that look exactly like him. They want to listen. I know some people be like, oh, they ain't got nothing to do with it. I always think about the story that Tashina Arnold told when she was talking about she went on a few dates with some white man. It's actually a well-known white man, but I don't know that white man's name. But when they was, back in the day, and I think she ultimately ended things because she was like, beloved, you gonna marry somebody white. And I'm not saying I don't want to date you, but she was like, I don't want to, I guess. I felt like low-key, it was her respectfully saying, I don't want to be your experiment, but like I'm also looking for love, and I'm knowing that you're not gonna love me. And of course, the dude is also, I think, he might either still be or is married to Megan Fox. So she wasn't wrong. And I say all that to say, like, listen, y'all know me, not coming for the interracial relationships. No. They're not coming for them, okay? I'm just saying, like, sometimes with certain people, like, girl, you know the tea. And black and niggas, y'all know what I mean when I say y'all know the tea. Like, don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? So, yes. Let's see what else we got going on up in here. I don't like that. Oh, I saw the Pussycat Dolls was going on tour, and now they not going to on tour no more, child. And my thing is, bitch, listen, okay? this is for my pop girls out there. I'm a Pussycat Doll fan. Okay, that first album, bitch, don't play with me. Beep, stick with you, don't you? Okay, buttons. What's the other one? Now I didn't like that. I hate this part. Was that on the second one? But even the second, when I grew up, I'm a Pussycat Doll stan. Bitch, how dare you try to bring this back with three bitches like we know these other bitches ain't mission? How dare you? No, you know what? And honestly, Nicole, wrap it up. Okay? That it makes me mad. It makes me mad about that because I'm just like, oh girl, you just trying to jump on a nostalgia train. Y'all ain't really trying to give no performance because there's no way you finna try to bring back CPD with only three bitches, you and two other bitches, and then these bitches not even probably gonna even be singing that much neither. No, girl, no, wrap it up. I don't want any more. Okay. The scary movie 6 is coming out, y'all. I'm so excited. This better be good. Here's the thing. I know Regina finna slay. Anna Faris finna kill that shit. I actually know Sean finna kill. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The only one I'm really worried about is Marlon. I don't know. I don't know. This is not me saying I don't enjoy Marlon's performances. It's just sometimes with him, it's really either hit or miss. Like in him, I thought he was good. I really did. I just saw him in Respect with Aretha Franklin. Not my favorite. I don't know. Sometimes with him it's just like I don't know. And that's not me saying like he's gonna be the downfall of the movie or anything. No, because he the one that put it together. I do hope because he's talking about people gonna get offended. And my thing is, yeah, with comedy, I feel like that'll happen. But like, I just feel like you can be offended without. That might sound dumb. I was gonna say I feel like you could be offended without just being like straight up violated, but that probably don't even make no sense. But like, yes, you can poke fun, but like you just can't. I don't know. We gonna see. That's the thing. We gonna see because I gotta see that. And they I don't know. Also, people just saw they released their movie, The Popcorn Bucket, is gonna be in the shape of a bong. See, bitch, that's how you know they say movies is coming back, y'all, because after the pandemic and everything, shit went down, but they say shit is coming back. Okay, they say they starting to see them numbers again, and one of the things I think that's really gonna help is if they put more time into marketing and shit. Like I just feel like back in the day they used to market the fuck out of movies. Now I get it, money. Money. So I know, but like I don't know, and I think I've been seeing the movie start to do that. Like Beyonce had some little merchandise when you went to go see Renaissance, and then there's been a few movies that's been doing that, and they need to do more like character pop-ups and stuff like that. Like I don't know, but I'm excited to see it. Oh no, I think I talked about that already. Carter's Butt has finished her tour. I'm a little sad to say I didn't go. I kind of let that tour that slipped through me. Yeah, it just kind of slipped because I had that surgery and that took up most of my time. And so, Cardi, I hope it was a great tour. It looked like it was, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna have to catch you the next go round. But I heard it made a lot of money, and I hope you put that to good use. You know what I'm saying? The people said they was entertained. I ain't gonna hold you. I was a little worried too because I was like, "Now, babe, are you really gonna be able to do this after having that baby?" And they said she was done. They said she was good. You know what I'm saying? They said she was good. All right, I ain't mad at that. What else? Oh my goodness, I thought this was so cute. I saw that Raven Simone is opening up a house decor line. See, this is how you gotta know where you got to go, okay? Because my thing is, it's like it is very of her. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's still in the children's lane, right? Because that's what we know Raven is, Disney Channel and all that shit. But it definitely is like home decor, so it's like a little bit like upscale, and like of course I think she got shit for adults too, if I'm not mistaken. Is it all kids? I gotta check and see. I don't know if it's all kids, but I think that's a very smart move. We all gonna need furniture, okay? For real though, look at me. I'm finna start out a line of pans, okay? Non-stick, non-bullshit getting into your food pans, but I know that will cost a lot of money, won't it? But shout out to Raven Simonier, okay? Let's see. Oh my God, I read that this is more of a Chicago thing, bitch. But I don't know. I doubt it's gonna happen. This for the gays, y'all. They said a sidetrack is supposed to be opening in O'Hare, and it's like I'm here for it, but then I have questions, right? So any of y'all don't know, sidetrack is a bar in Boys Town. I'm gonna be very upfront. It's very white. Have I been a few times? Yeah, I think I've been like. In all my times of going out, I feel like I've been inside. I remember that one time, yup. I remember that other one time, yup. I remember that other one time, yup. Ooh, I remember that. So 4 in total. That's how many times I've been to sidetrack. Very white, but I ain't finna yuck nobody's yum. You know what I'm saying? I just find the spots that's for me. You know what I'm saying? But it is a gay bar, and they going into O'Hare Airport. Which, okay, number one, I'm not mad because way to put like something local in the airport. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? Like, if we could do more of that, that would be great. But I'm pretty sure that those motherfucking, what's that, a kiosk? Or them little spaces to rent at the airport, I'm pretty sure them is a lot of money. So I get that. I understand that. But I'm with this idea. Like, if we saw, like, some of our favorite local coffee shops in the airport instead of every fucking Starbucks, have them too. But it's just like, give them a chance to thrive up in there too. They should do O'Hare should do like a I don't know what you call like a residency or something like that, where they pick businesses to occupy a space over there for like maybe a year or two, and then if sales do well, they could stay. And then wouldn't that be cute? See, I'll be coming up with the ideas. I'll be fucking shit up, y'all. Yes, I would. But I ain't mad at that. Now, baby, don't put no damn whole bar. No full club in the airport, okay? Is it just gonna be a little bar area with food? Do sidetrack got food? You know what I'm saying? My thing is, if it's just a little bar with like little appetizers and stuff like that, and stuff, cool. Don't put no dance floor and all that shit up on this side. Ain't nobody finna dance. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Or is they trying to do a nightclub? Who finna go to the airport for sidetrack? The crazy part is, here's T though. Let's say if it was like a full-fledged club, right, and everything, there would literally be some gays that would go from one to the other on everything. I promise you, okay? I promise you. That's interesting. I saw that and I was like, it's like, I'm kind of like here for it, but then I'm like, all right, now, how y'all gonna do that shit? Let's see what's going on in pop culture. Damn, I'm really kind of drunk. Not drunk, but a little tipsy, because I don't remember if I talked about it, but I guess we're going back to the Bravo realm. And sorry if I did talk about this. I don't think I did. So, yeah, because it's been a minute since I've been on here with y'all. I don't know if some of y'all saw, baby, Kimura got evicted from that salon. I don't want to use the word evicted, but maybe moved on, baby. Kimura. Beloved, you've had a year, and honestly, here's the tea. Kenya is an Aquarius, I'm an Aquarius, and we're very smart beings. We're very, in tune with shit. I think Kenya also knows that, like, real talk, she fucked up. Kenya knows she fucked up. She know just like we know. And I think now she just like, you know what? I'm finna take this universe's whatever, because I deserved it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this is what she's saying, but like, I'm speaking for the Aquarius, because I feel like Aquariuses, we are very honest with ourselves and with people too. At least I am. Like, I feel like she understands, like, I'm in a minor setback right now. I'm not saying what I did was karma, but my actions are things are now starting to play out because of my actions. And I think what she is doing, she just doing it with her head held high with grace. And that's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? What? It ain't even no point. It ain't even no point. And also at the end of the day, we really don't know the story. You know what I'm saying? Look at me defend it. We don't know the story. We don't know. Okay? So, keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? You in Brooklyn, y'all look cute, gallivanting in Paris. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what they were, or Disneyland. You know, but yeah, girl. And then they said Brit Edie rolled by. Oh goodness. Honestly, Brit, I'm confused. No, this is what y'all have to make motherfucking sense to me. Bitch, you said these pictures won you. So if these won you, am I being stupid? Am I being stupid? Am I being stupid? If this not you, why are you doing all this? Cause I just don't understand. It don't even make sense. I just feel like if this wasn't you, the shit should be dropped and all that stuff. Well, I ain't gonna say dropped, but I feel like we shouldn't still be trying to pursue this in the courts, which is what she doing. And I think she dropped it from like civil to federal or something like that. Now Bravo wanted to dismiss because they said at the end of the day, they said they put in these contracts, there's a little, I don't know if it's a disclaimer or clause or whatever you want to call it, but it say this can cause emotional distress in great manner. Are you ready for this? And when you sign that, that's why I tell the girls, I'm like, is you really built for TV? Or are you built for TV? Because y'all think, especially reality TV, that's a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? Being a actor or singer, whatever, is one thing, but then being in reality TV, because you really are showcasing just you. And a lot of people be like, I could do it. I'd be like, I don't know, girl, that take a toll on your mental health. It really does.
Oh, hate to interrupt the show, but I have a few questions for you. Are you a new or small-owned business that's looking for advertisement space? Is the owner of said business black, brown, a woman, part of the LGBTQIA family, or a part of any underrepresented group? Do you love the Rewind and want to help your business and your favorite podcaster? If you answered yes to these questions, then this message is for you. The Rewind is looking for new businesses owned by underrepresented groups to collaborate with on advertisement. Just think, your ad could be read here by me, okay? If you are interested, send an email to therewindpjdj@gmail.com with advertisement opportunity in the subject line. Again, the email is therewindpjdj@gmail.com with advertisement opportunity in the subject line. I look forward to working with you.
All right, and we are back. Okay, now let's move on to the marinate section where I like to dive in a little deeper. That was, you like that? Okay, too much wine. Well, I like to dive in a little deeper on, just a little topic, see where it can go, where it takes us, down the road. So one thing I like to do, in general, is watch movies, but I like to watch movies and I like to see, how things have changed, and, one of my favorite segments that I do on the show is, that's part of the Let It Marinate, a recurring segment that I do is, does it age well? And so I decided to do another one of those. Okay, so we're going to do a little segment of does it age well? And, I decided to look at two films specifically. Now the reason I looked at these two films is because they both star one Vivica A. Fox, okay? And if you know her, you know Miss Vivica, she always does the job. No, because I had saw she was in what's the movie Is God Is, which I have not yet seen. I just ain't been having no time to go do anything, okay? But I have to go see that. And it looks really good. It's giving like, it's giving action thriller. I don't want to say horror. It's not giving horror, but it's giving like action thriller almost. It's giving Kill Bill, honestly. So I do want to see that, and I've heard nothing but great things, and she's in it. And it looked like, this could be, because, we got to talk about it, okay? Because I feel like at one point, Vivica was just on her way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like she was on her way to being that girl. And then just fail. Okay, just fail. Now, I have a theory. It's because, 50 Cent. I really do. I think she dated him. It was going well till it wasn't, till of course it wouldn't. And then things just went downhill for her since then. Could he have been planting the bug in people here? I don't know. Oh, excuse me. I don't know. Okay, please. I don't, because he is petty. I don't have no type of time for it. Okay. But I just feel like she just kind of like fell from grace a little bit, and like haven't really been able to get back. But it seems like this could be one that can put her back in there. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I'm not sitting here and say she hasn't been working. Because I do know she was in one of the Bring It On movies. I do know she was in 3 Can Play That Game. And yes, while they might have been straight to DVD, they were still a check, okay? Also feel like Vivica did a TV show recently. I don't know. But I was like, let me look at Vivica's filmography. So I'm going to take a look at 2 films out of Vivica's filmography, and we're going to talk about, did they age well, okay? Oh, I'm excited. Because, of course, I chose some favorites. I chose 2 films, all right? Did I say 2 again? It's The Wine, baby. The first one is none other than the black classic, Soul Food, okay? Now, I wrote a whole bunch of notes. I got to go through my notes first, okay, y'all? That's just how it works. And then I'm going to tell you if it aged well or not. And you going to tell, okay? So the first note I wrote is great intro. That intro scene with the mama song and then them showing the pictures. Oh, chef kiss. Like, y'all ate that up. Everything even down from like showcasing all the pictures to where y'all put period.com. It was timed well too, in my personal opinion, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because I was high watching it, but I just felt like it was great, you know what I'm saying? The first thing I wrote for the notes is, let me see, Bird. Because, at the beginning of the movie, I don't know if he was her ex or somebody that wanted, I don't know if he was just like somebody she dealt with, meaning like not necessarily an ex, but somebody you fucked around with. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was just a situationship that wouldn't leave her alone, or was he an actual ex that leave her alone. The nigga that was, now they say if he gonna be on the show, it get canceled. That's what the people saying. I'm not saying that. It's the post that really do be saying that, because he sure was on the last season Living Single, and he was on the last season of the Parkers. He was on the last season of Parkers, and they both went off. But I was thinking, like, why was he at the wedding? Did you invite him? And if you didn't invite him, which I'm pretty sure, bitch, I'm pretty sure she didn't. For him to show up, oh, you deserve a mink. You deserve a mink. I do. I think mink, like right there. You feel me? That was one of the questions. Because why would you invite that nigga? I don't get that. And then I wrote, bitch, this opening scene is chef's kiss though. No, like the whole arc of that opening scene, from, him coming in, the hood rat hoochie, them crying in the bathroom, then Big Mama coming to say today, that was constructed perfectly. And then even like that moment to where they finna go up and they see his Big Mama, I'm like, oh, love the way that was filmed. Love the way it was shot. No, y'all ate. That opening scene was good. It really gave you like the backstory to everybody in the family, what they gonna provide. Like, Lim ain't gonna be the fuck up. Bird gonna be the bird. He gonna be the messenger. Terry gonna do that. It was really a lot of what's the word? Exposition. Is that the word I'm looking for? Yes. Great opening scene. Honestly, I couldn't think of a better. It had drama, it had comedy. Y'all ate that opening scene up. Y'all, it was paced. That was a good opening scene. And I'm gonna get to my notes at the end, okay? Now, I said that creepy ass reverend. Now, I never paid attention to that until I got older, and I was like, now that's just a bit much now. Like, It's just too much. Like, I don't like all that. Like, that's too much. Let's see. I had some more notes in here too. I wrote accountability because at the end of the day, that's all that everybody needed was a little accountability, in my personal opinion. Because I feel like they kept sweeping shit under the rug, and that's what made shit boil over and shit. You know what I'm saying? That was just me. I wrote, Bird should get a spinoff. And honestly, picture it, right? You ready? Instead of the TV show that we got, they should have gave Bird a spinoff in her shop. And they could have shown the family members in there helping out at different times. Work with me. It could have worked, okay? Don't sit here and play with me, all right? I see the vision. You see it too, all right? Bird should have got a spinoff. I wrote Chicago. Yeah, I forgot. I don't know how I be forgetting Soul Food is filmed in Chicago. I don't know how I forget that. And it's low key kind of makes me mad because when I talk about movies filmed in Chicago, I never mention this one, which we should. Now I know probably every part, but I'm like, this was definitely filmed in Chicago. So shout out to Soul Food. Why I write that? Oh, I wrote Sunday dinner, bitch. No, because when Big Mom was in the hospital, I think after the surgery and everything, when she went into the stroke, I think that was Maxine talking about let's do Sunday dinner. And Terry was like, girl, Mama's in a coma. And I know she was like, oh, it's tradition. But I was like, bitch, she's in a coma. Order some pizza. And don't nobody feel like standing up in there cooking like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially not at a time right now like this. Now, do I see both sides and like, okay, maybe we should cook, take our minds off this and laugh together. And like eat and come together. I see. I see what you're saying. Maybe if it was proposed in a way like, listen, Terry, I understand, but maybe what we need right now is a little dinner so we can come together and do something in the spirit of Mama. You feel me? You see, wording goes a long way. It was what Maxine said. She was like, because it's tradition. Sometimes it's like, no, girl, no. And I think that was the reasoning for me, like when it's like, girl, we're not just gonna do it because it's tradition. You could at least been like, let's do it to like bond or something. And I think that would have like, you know what I'm saying? Like, pull me in, bitch, pull me in. Okay, that's what you need to do. And I wrote a note, Bird's gay friend, love him. I think that was one of the first queens probably I've ever seen on television, honestly, on the lowest of keys. So, yeah, shout out to you. Miss Thing can cook. Love it. I said, okay, because I had to think, like, why did I write that note down? So, you know, after after Bird talked to, what's his name? Kenny? Was that his name? Kenny? When Bird talked to Kenny about, you know, getting Lim a job, I was just like, when he came over and started talking, I said, that, you know, I mean, and again, you showed up to somebody else's wedding that, like, I know you ain't have no respect, but that right there let me know you ain't have, like, you don't have decency. You don't have any type. Because here's my thing. It was one thing to show up to the wedding, right? It's one thing. To then go up to the man at the job you got him and like then like compliment his wife's figure in front of him. Like her body, compliment her body and stuff. Yeah, you deserve that trait to the face. He got him good too. He got him good, baby. I would have stretched that suit all up and through that cafeteria. That was crazy because why you just didn't like keep that to yourself? Like, I don't, and like, again, I know people like, well, what do you expect from, especially from what he did at the beginning? But I was like, you know, you just expect some people to be like, oh, okay, we get it, bitch. Like, damn. So you deserve that ass whooping. That was satisfying to watch. That really was. Then I wrote, oh, that fight was pre-planned. Now, the fight in the bar, was that pre-planned? Or maybe I misread that wrong. Did did Terry call somebody else to go fight Lim in a bar because she thought he put his hands on Burr? Now, here's my thing. I think that's what happened, and I didn't know that's what happened. That low-key was a little confusing. Now, here's my thing with that, right? Listen, you came in, slammed the door so motherfucking hard, the glass motherfucking shatters, bitch, behind. Y'all remember girl, somebody opened the door in the door, I'd be like, oh! Now, like, I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at the situation. No, girl, I'm laughing because the reaction, because if that was me in that shot, I'm like, oh! Girl, he slept. Okay, what's going on? Finna go. Like, I did not sign up to work in this type of environment. What is going on? No, that was kind of crazy when you think about it. When you so mad, you slammed the door to where it, like, not even crack or like even a little piece. That bitch shattered. Now, at the end of the day, right, I knew where the anger was coming from. Okay. Oh my goodness. I ain't gonna lie, that definitely would have been me, bitch. Like, oh, girl, let me go. Come on, turn around, bitch. Let me get this curl, and then we finna to go, okay? You came in, you shattered, then you pulled her into the bathroom. And I'm not gonna lie, so we got to see the scene. They didn't. I think we can both realize it was a lot of commotion going on. We seen that. We do know he didn't hit her, though. But think about them on the outside, and all you hear is boom, boom, boom. He did slam her into that door. Okay, we saw that part. We slammed her into the back of the door, and then he just started tearing stuff up. I too, of course, I would have asked her, but then she stayed in there and was like, crying and stuff. Now, I would have probably waited until she came out to like see if any damage was done. You know what I'm saying? I think that would have confirmed it for me. I don't, you know what I'm saying? But I understand Terry just was like, oh, he drug in there. You heard, boom, 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 boom. He put his hands on her. Let me do it. So I think that's why she ended up calling, for a fight or, for Lim to be taken care of. So, but I understand that two wrongs don't make a right because she shouldn't have did that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, damn, Terry, I wrote that note down. I wrote one note, I said that, oh. I was wondering, I'm like, why I wrote down that ass? I can truthfully say, shout out to Evan Mills. He's a comedian here, and he used to live here in Chicago. Now he's in L.A. Follow him on Instagram and shit. He funny as hell. He's a queer comedian, and he has this video series. Like, he does videos on I don't know, is it video series, video shorts or something like that on YouTube? Basically, he's a comedian that does little videos. And the theme is like being gay and watching the movies that had like those scenes that made you like a little bit more curious, or to where you will rewind, or like what he does is he looks around, he'll be like, and like lean in and stuff like that. And I definitely, because I was like, that was me, okay? And why I wrote that down, because as you know, Cousin Faith come in the house and shit. And I just, okay, we'll get to that. But, it's the scene when they be in the studio and they be doing the nasty, and, he pulled down his pants and like, let me tell you something, girl. How old was I when this came out? Wait a minute. I need to look up when Soul Food film 1997. Okay, let me do my calculator. Okay. No, but I feel like I didn't really, because we had it on VHS, which makes me think like I probably was maybe like 7, 8 watching it or whatever. Maybe a little older. I think so. Maybe a little older. Yeah, but I do remember seeing that ass, and I was like, Okay. I liked it. And that's why I be telling people like, man, you be knowing. Okay? You be knowing. I do remember that, and I remember truthfully rewinding that scene as well. I do. I'm not even gonna front. Yes, I do. That was he had some ass back then. That was nice. I ain't gonna hold you. Okay. So then what's the next one? That was I said, damn, that was the anniversary too. And, I was saying that in regards to, I want to talk about this now or do I want to talk about it later? Well, I guess I could just talk about it now. One thing, no, I'll just talk about it later. Let's see. Oh, also, so it looked like I didn't realize, and see, this is why you got to watch stuff when you older. So it looked like Uncle Pete had Alzheimer's. I be saying that wrong. Are you supposed to pronounce the Z? I don't know. I won't talk about it too much now, but that's what it was given. But then, at the end of the movie, it seemed like everything was good. So like, what happened? I wonder, did they give him like the care and stuff? I'm confusion because that's what it was giving. Also, I wrote, don't remember that hallway scene. It's a hallway scene where they talk with Bird and Maxine, Vivica Fox and the Alone character talk. I do not remember that scene. I forgot. Or maybe, I swear that's why I love watching stuff as I get older now. Because it's just certain shit. Maybe watching this too young. Because dialogue. You don't appreciate dialogue when you're younger. You just want to see shit move. I had no business watching this damn movie when I was younger anyway. But so I just never paid attention to that. I just never paid attention to that scene. That's crazy. I said they was doing some good silent acting. When what's his name? What was his name? Ahmad? Was that his name? Ahmad? When he was getting them together and they all was showing up into the house. Oh, they was acting. That was a little movement class right there. And any of my actors, y'all know a movement class. Sometimes y'all be doing them activities where like you literally just gotta feel each other and stuff like that. You make and it don't be nothing but eye contact. That's what I felt like I was watching right there. And I said, okay, I'm gonna get to it, okay? So that was good. And then I wrote down L.I.M was the only person that took some kind of accountability toward his actions. And that was when he came out, he got out at the end of the movie and he told Ahmad, like, I'm just sorry for like not being the role model that you needed me to be. He was the only one that apologized for like doing something wrong or letting somebody down. I feel like, let me double check. I don't feel like everybody else did what they should have done when you okay. No, I agree. No, I don't think everybody did. I think it could have been some more accountability held. And then I wrote, can you come back from that? Like, and at the end of the movie, everything be so peaceful. Y'all know how the movie go. They find the money. Oh my God, we ain't got to sell the house and shit. Listen. And he was like, Cousin Faith coming around more. Can you come back from fucking your cousin's man? And not just man, like not situationship, baby daddy, boyfriend, husband. I don't know about that, sister friend, because I just feel that is one of them things like you violated. I'm saying if I was Terry, you violated me in a different type of way. I just don't know if that is something a relationship with you I can pursue. You fuck my man. And not like my situationship, my side. No, you fuck my legally before Jesus Christ, man. Oh, I don't think I could ever trust you again. I would pay to see an interaction. Even that don't oof, that's something. That's something. Now, the question that we are all dying to know, all right? Does it age well? I said yes and no. And I realized because it depends on the lens you looking at it. I feel as though it ages well if you looking at it through a lens of growth. Meaning, if you looking at this through like, okay, there are certain things we do as a black culture, as a black family, that we probably need to like talk about or like actually, correct. So that way we don't cause harm for future generations. If you look at it through that lens, then I feel like, yes, it ages well. Because here's the tea about this whole thing. And this leads me to, what I will stand on. In this movie, okay, you are made to believe that Terry is the villain. Terry is the one that causes everything. Terry is the one that she uses her money for evil. She looks down on people. I don't think that's the thing with Terry. I think Terry is like most people is hurt, and her actions are showing that. For instance, number one, this lady has had 2 people in her family, maybe take is not the word, but violate her in a way of her relationships. You had your sister when you was younger, because remember what the boys say back in the day, it was like when you take one sister, you had to take the other one on a date. And remember, she came home and him and Maxine was hunching in that car, had the windows all foggy and shit. After she done came home. Y'all remember that? And they was fighting in the street. I think it's one thing for a random trifling bitch to steal your man or something like that. Your own sister. Oh baby, that's how supervillains are made, okay? No, baby, nah. I think that I be telling people that'll make me put my hands on you just a little bit worse, because you're family and you're violating me in that way. And I know people be like, now I will of course beat a stranger up too, like duh. But it's just like, you know me. You know me. You didn't have to do me like that. That's why low key, every time I see that scene, they start fighting, I'll be like, beat ass. Beat ass. So there's that. And then not just like, had a little rendezvous with him, married him, had kids with him. That's why I said, what's that note I wrote? I said it's their anniversary party too. Cause remember when Terry finally just spazzed the fuck out and everything? I forgot it was Maxine's anniversary party. So that was just another icing on top of the cake. And then, we talk about the reason that she was already a little pressed, which goes to the second time another fucking family member violates her in that way by sleeping with her partner. That's correct. And a bitch you took in and gave a bed. Oh my goodness. No, like Faith would have got hit with a Pontiac. Did they have y'all remember Pontiac? I don't know why that is one car that is always embedded in my mind, a Pontiac. I remember them cars, y'all. I remember, but that's twice. That's enough to drive a bitch crazy. That's And then on top of that too, so one thing we forget about too, Terry is like kind of like the more financially responsible one in the family. She paid for Bird's wedding. She was paying for the house and things like that. Because Terry went to law school. She got a good career and things like that. Now, I'm not saying that's me, but I have heard from not friends, but like listening to people share their stories on podcasts about it and things like that. I am understanding that being the breadwinner in specifically a black family can sometimes be joyous, of course, because you're able to provide for your family. But I've heard sometimes it can be a little strenuous, because when you are the one, people always come to you for that financial solution. And I can only imagine it's a lot because you're working so hard for it. And it's like, you have to, and it's not that you don't want to, but it's just like, I can bet it takes a lot, especially when you have your own to do. Now, that's not me saying you should just stop, but that's also saying like, you have to, taking care of yourself is one thing, but then taking care of other people and not just a person, other people is another thing. And and I'm also thinking about her being a lawyer, having to go to law school. They don't really come from a lot of money. And you can tell that, and you can tell that, like, probably scholarships needed to be secured and things like that. So, and going to law school and passing that bar is hard work. What I'm trying to say is getting into that law career is just a hard work, like mentally, financially, and spiritually, hell. So I know that is a lot to endure. And then to go through that and then having to come home and be the one everybody's like, can you help me with this? That has to be a lot. I always say, check on the strong person, the financially responsible one, and then on top of that, her husband, I forgot about this one part at the beginning when he took the money that was in a joint savings account and he invested in the group. Another way people are like I ain't saying everybody is financially taken from her, but it's like, damn. So you took some of my money without asking me to invest in something. And I do wish she would have supported him more on the dream, on his producing dream. I do. Maybe, of course, that's just the artist in me. But I get it. She's like, you in a law firm right now. Like, if I was him, I would have just saved my own money to the side and figured that out on my own. You know what I'm saying? Instead of taking her money. So there's that. And I say all that to say too, like, I don't think Terry was the villain. I think Terry had just had enough of, I feel like Terry had felt like she was being used and abused. I do. People fucking with her relationships, people draining her financially. And I also think, because it was one scene too, when sorry, it's a lot going through my mind because I was thinking about some scenes. You can also tell too, she's used to being like the quote unquote strong one. And I think she just wanted somebody to show her some like care or something. Because I remember the scene when she came to meet them at the little restaurant or whatever. And it was, I've never paid attention to that scene before, but it was so interesting because it looked like all she just wanted to say, like, Terry, it's like she wanted them to say was like, Terry, what is going on? Talk to us. And I think that's what it was. And that's one thing I feel like throughout this entire movie, these people just need, and I'm not talking about therapy and things like that. These people just needed to vent an outlet because they was all going through something. Terry was going through what she was going through. L.I.M was going through that. I'm trying to think who else was struggling. But, I just feel like that's what it was. They all needed to talk to somebody and get it out because that's what all she wanted. That's all she wanted at that table scene in that cafe. Sorry, because I'm playing it in my mind right now and I'm trying to think, and like, I think that's all she wanted to say was like, hey, how you doing? How can we help? Because I don't think she really wanted to sell the house either. I really don't. I just think she was like, I am just tired of paying for all this, especially when nobody else is doing it. And that was my thing. It's like, okay, well, shit, if y'all want to keep the house, who else gonna pay for it? And again, I understand this was the 90s, so this was different, okay? But, and maybe it's because we in a, political climate that we in with finances and stuff like that, but finances is hard, okay? Trying to pay for all this shit. But I don't think Terry is the villain. I don't. I'm not gonna say nobody was a villain, but I do think, okay, one thing I say, I felt like the family low-key fell apart, right? Because Big Mama wasn't there. We can all agree on that. But then I started to think, did the family fall apart because Big Mama was there to solve the problems, or did she just like sweep them under the rug? You get what I'm saying? Like, and I was wondering that because I was like, it just feel like y'all, like Terry and her sister, they just needed to sit down and talk. That's been the thing since y'all was younger. Y'all got to get down to the root of that. I think there's unnecessary jealousy going on. I think one is jealous of the other. One jealous because she got money, the other jealous because she got, the family she want. I think they need to sit down and figure that. And also at the end of the day, I hope Maxine, Vivica Fox's character, understand, bitch, you took your sister's man, had babies with him, and married him, and bring him around, bitch. And I wonder if, and that's what I'm saying, I would love to know, like, I wonder did the TV show talk about this at all? Like, now this make me want to watch the TV show because I wonder how, like, in-depth did it go? I wonder did they give us backstory on the people? Because this is very, I'm real interested. Because the TV show was just giving, like, a continuation, which I was like, I didn't really ask for this, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But so does it age well? I think this does age well if you're looking at it like, okay, here's some things as a Black family we can work on, which is accountability, getting to the root of things, talking, being vulnerable with each other, things like that. Because that's what a lot was going on. Like, Lim couldn't even be vulnerable with Bird that he lost his job. All that, toxic man bullshit. But I mean, honestly, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna give it a full yes. I changed my mind. A full yes, because I think it does age well. It's not as harmful as other movies are and what they like perpetuate. This ain't doing nothing but showcasing a strong Black family, right? Yes, they got their ups and their flaws, but it's like, who don't? So I think this you can grow from watching this one, like, okay, this is what I want to do with my family, or this is what I don't want to do with my family. But overall, I think it does age well. Also, bitch, I will say, and I feel like even I told my friend about this, and she was like, oh, wow, this means something coming from you, because y'all know I be picky about acting, right? But you know how you watch all these films, and of course you find maybe one or two performances that you be like, oh, it's so bad, or whatever. Or it matches the time, which is not bad, but it's just like, let me tell you something. I feel like I have no notes on anybody's performance. I have no notes on anybody's motherfucking performance. Everybody pulled their weight in this movie. I'm talking about from Cousin Faith to Vivica to Vanessa Williams to Ahmad to the creepy ass Reverend Nia Long, Mekhi Phifer. Everybody was acting. Everybody was acting, bitch. They really was. Everybody was acting down. They was. And I was thoroughly impressed, okay? I really was. So, do I think Soul Food ages well? Yes. I would say sit there and watch. Yeah, Soul Food does age well. Fuck that no. I don't know why that no was in my mind, but no, fuck that no. It does. Now, the next one, another Vivica classic, is Two Can Play That Game. Now, this is a rom-com that came out in the early 2000s as well. You got Wendy Raquel Robinson, Monique, Tamala Jones, Boris Morris Chestnut, Anthony Anderson, Gabrielle in this bitch. You got a little guest appearance from Lala Anthony. A classic, a black rom-com classic. Bring back rom-coms. That's what I might have to do a little marinade on, like good black rom-coms. And I'm not going to include this one because I'm talking about this one now, but yeah, of course I got a feeling they don't all. Ooh, that's what I should do. Does it age well? Black rom-coms. Ooh, that's what I'm going to do. That's going to be for like a February one. Let me write that down. So I watched that one. Two Can Play That Game is a classic. I was smoking watching that and like just laughing and giggling. Hey, whoever cast this, you ate down. You ate down for whoever cast this. Monique, Tamala, and Wendy, y'all were phenomenal together. And shout out to Monique. I always tell people, one of the reasons I love Monique so much is not only did Monique watching her on TV teach me about comedic performance, believe it or not, Monique is the person that really taught me, and I know that's crazy as a boy, as a man, black boy watching her. She taught me about body positivity. That's one thing I loved about the character Nikki Parker. That's another one we're gonna talk about. Doesn't age well, but not now. But of course, in the show they was throwing fat jokes at her, but she always like flipped that shit. Even in here, she made a little joke about, so one in the front, one in the back. Bow. Okay. I loved it. And she really was one of the ones that taught me. Now, I know people will say Biggie. Yes, right. And I agree, because Biggie definitely came out, of course, before Monique, but maybe it's because I wasn't as tuned in or a little too young, where it's like I could comprehend what Monique was giving me. But yeah, shout out to Monique. Monique taught me body positivity. Skinny bitches are evil, And really, as a big kid growing up, like, for real. That's why I love Monique. I know. I do. And that was the first note I wrote. I said, great girlfriend casting. I also said I would love to. I'm pretty sure a lot, but who else auditioned? Because that was a good group of girls. Good group of girls. I wrote, damn, flirting used to be fun. It did. When he was in the thing, he was like, can I ask you a question? I said, ooh, that used to be fun. Like, people don't know how to flirt no more. And also, I can honestly say I don't know how to flirt in general. But they don't know how to flirt no more. You know what I'm saying? I wrote down Anthony Anderson was better, bigger. Yeah, he was better, bigger. Skinny, sometimes you just lose the essence of you. He was really a great comedic relief in this film. He was. Oh, I was like, what is this? No, I said the panty trick. And I said, damn, y'all really used to do shit like that. That's why, like, for real, this movie does confirm one thing for me. And I mean, I don't know if it's done. Well, shit, now you got the added level of social media. So I don't know, but I always tell people when it comes to, I think it's the wine. I think one reason I am not successful in dating, because, baby, I do not want to play that game of dating. And I know some people do not mind. Guess what? I do. I'm not doing it. No, ma'am. No ham. No turkey. So, that's interesting. But I was like, y'all really used to plant shit. And I'm willing to bet a whole bunch of people have too. Let's see. So, actually, I'm going to talk about that later toward the end. I said, toxic masculinity ran rampant in this movie. Yeah, I mean, it was, the early 2000s, because they were saying some, just typical annoying nigga shit. And, that's one of them things, yeah, what do you expect? I am mad at it. Am I mad at it? Yes. Do I expect it? Did I expect it? Yes. When watching these old movies, it's kind of one of them things where I'm just like, oh, that's what we used to tolerate. Stuff like that. But it's like, you can still do certain stuff, but certain stuff is just like, oh, that was unnecessary, I guess. What else we got here? I said, La Anthony, hey girl. And then that punch scene. I said, no, y'all need to pay attention to that scene, because, we in the day and age, I understand, everybody want to fight. Everybody want to motherfucking fight. I too don't mind putting hands on somebody. But now, you get to a point where it's like, we living in a world of baddies. Okay, and it's like, girl, be careful. We don't always have to fight. Especially not at work, girl. Now, I am glad she got the opportunity to rewind, but in life you don't really get that. So I just want to tell the girls, be careful out here, okay? You cannot go around putting your hands on people. That's why Shantae rewinded and told you can't do that. That's messy, okay? Overall, good film. It was good. I was high and watching, and I forgot how much fun it is to watch this. Can I just say, I love that breaking the fourth wall shit she be doing. I really do. And I know some people say that's the part of the movie they can't stand. That's because, bitch, you all don't know drama. You don't know theater. Okay? You don't know anything, all right? So, does it age well? No. Hell the fuck no. To play that game does not age well. It is misogynistic as fuck. And I'm not even gonna say in terms of like the whole dating tricks thing, because everybody got tricks while dating. People still do it. I still got little tricks in there. It's fine. It's fine in terms of that. I'm talking about in terms of like, I guess the misogynistic nature of it and stuff like that. Although I will say it was interesting watching that one scene when she was dancing all on him and he didn't want her touching. I was like, oh. But then, of course, Anthony Anderson come back and like, oh, you should like that. So, it got that typical toxic masculinity shit in there. But the real reason the movie don't age well for me, right? Because, okay, again, like I just said, growing up, you got to start to understand stuff. I never understood why the movie started. I never understood why she had to start playing the game. Cause he said he was gonna be working late, and that's how you know you was cheating. So, and then she found out he took the girl to the bar. Now my thing is, at first I never understood because I was like, oh, y'all not together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not together, so it shouldn't matter. But then watching this as an adult, I realized she kept saying my man and stuff like that. And so I'm like, okay, y'all was together because she even took him on a date and said, oh, we should start seeing other people. That lets me know y'all was together and now y'all are no longer together. That means y'all was only seeing each other. So my fucking question is, dumb ass, fine ass Morris Chestnut, why, if you was seeing, if that was your girlfriend, because that is what I am getting, why would you take some other bitch dancing? Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like that's why the movie started. Like, if she was, and now here's my thing, if she was just a co-worker, why wouldn't you say, oh, me and a co-worker are going to dinner? But it was clearly more than dinner. You took her dancing. So you were cheating? Because that's why I'm like, why did you do that? Why did you do that? If you wouldn't have did that, we wouldn't have had, I mean, now granted, I like the movie. Please keep the movie. But if you wouldn't have did that, in the world of Shantae, this would never started. So why did you do that? That's why I was really confused about. I was like, so you was attempting to cheat? And then he getting mad and frustrated when she don't want to talk to him. But I'm like, y'all was seeing each other. It clearly was exclusive, but you took some other bitch out. Why would you do that? That's dumb. It's on you, dumbass. Like, I don't know. And there was another note I wrote. I'm like, why is dating a fucking game? And that's why I don't want to participate in the bullshit. Okay? That is why, because I just feel like it shouldn't be this hard. It should not be this hard. We should really just be like having fun and getting to know each other and really saying like, okay, I like you. Oh, damn. Sorry, I just had a thought about something because I am like seeing somebody, right? Not seeing somebody exclusively, but like, seeing somebody. And I realized, I got to start taking my own advice with shit. But, you just got to start living in the moment and then just truly letting people know how you feel. Instead of doing all this playing, guessing, and nobody. And I feel like it's worse now with social media because then it's like, oh, you didn't post me and da-da-da. And it's like, oh my God, shut the fuck up, okay? So, does Soul Food age well? Yes. Does Two Can Play That Game age well? No. And that's fine. I'm still going to watch it. I am. I low-key got to watch 3 Can Play That Game. I got to see what that's about. Yes, it is a thing. It is a thing. And I'm going to see. I know the guy from Eve is in it. And somebody else. Straight to Divda it was. And that's okay, all right? All right, y'all, let's move on to our last segment, okay? Thank y'all for joining me, all right? And we about to go to, since, love was a theme, with these two. I was like, I want to do top 5. Oh, let's move on to the top 5 where I list my top 5, whatever, okay?
5, 4, 3, 2,
I'm gonna do top 5 black TV couples. Now these are my favorite top 5. I'll be telling y'all it's not what y'all think, it's what I think. And then you use hashtag top 5 rewind and tell me what you think, okay? And I'm gonna tell you why, cause like, I'm gonna be real, even some of these couples I put on here, I don't want the relationship. Oh, is that the police? Yeah. Sorry for the noise, y'all. I don't want the relationship as a whole per se, but I do like some of the aspects, okay? Number 5, Martin and Gina. Now, I don't like the relationship as a whole. I felt like it's too much. It's too much. But I would say I love how they was ride or die for each other. I really do. They supported each other through thick and thin, ups and downs. Martin and Gina really was a good couple. Even though now all the stubbornness that was going on and the one-sidedness and the simple-mindedness, no. But they had each other's back. They did. Even when it got rough, they did. Number 4, again, okay? Not the whole relationship, but some of it. Maya and Darnell from Girlfriends, yes. And you know what I liked about their relationship? Their relationship really had to grow. It took growth for their relationship. It took them, I think too, Maya and Darnell's another one where it's like you really have to accept the fact that your partners grow too, and you have to grow with them. That's why I feel like they had to get a divorce, grow, and then come back. I do feel like low-key, they might low-key have always been meant for each other. I do. I really do. I think, unfortunately, they couldn't grow with each other. They wouldn't allow each other to grow, and that's very important. It really is. Number 3, Raven parents. I just thought they was fun. I thought they love each other and support each other. Now, of course, it was a Disney Channel family, so you ain't get to, really see them a lot. But, they was just my favorite for representation. We love a goofy black couple. Okay, we love it. We love it. We love it. All right. Number 2, Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv. Yes, indeed. I enjoyed them together. I feel like they really balanced each other out, and I feel like they honestly knew each other's strengths and weaknesses. That's what I liked about them too. And they did the damn thing. They were a good couple. And number 1, Overton and motherfucking Sinclair. And I'm going to tell you why they number 1, because they are the example of pure love. That is, I love you for who you are, and you love me for who you are, and we are going to just love. And yes, it is going to get tough, but I love not in the idea of you, but you so much, I can't live without it. They just had that pure love. Like, it was just, and not because they both was unique and quirky, but because I feel like they really saw each other. They never wanted more from each other than, of course, it was episodes about them growing with each other as well, but they just loved each other to the core. Okay? And I can honestly only describe their love as pure. Like, it just did not seem forced. It seemed magical. It seemed instant. It seemed strong. It was pure. Okay? All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of The Rewind, okay? And look, y'all, I'm finna try to be back, okay? I'm trying to be back. And I'm also trying to bring on more guests, too. We're trying to grow The Rewind, okay? So make sure you log on to the Instagram. That's The Rewind Podcast. Go to the website, therewindpodcast.com. Let me see. Follow us on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts. Excuse me. Apple Podcasts. Why am I drawing the bling? Twitter and then Facebook. But yeah, just listen to the show, y'all. It's gonna be great. Mwah. Love y'all. Bye, bitches.
Dear The Rewind, I have a dilemma. My boyfriend has been acting so weird lately. I'm starting to think it's because of my promotion. Whenever we talk about money or bills, he starts to act a little closed off. as though he doesn't want to talk. I never throw money in his face, so I have no idea where this energy is coming from. Do you think I should talk to him? How would y'all approach it? Please help. Sincerely, the worrying Rewiner.
Need help telling your man to stop tripping? Trying to find the right words to uplift your spouse or just straight up check their ass? The Rewind is here to help. Email us at therewindpjdj@gmail.com and put Ask the Rewind in the subject line. Your letter could be read on the show. Make sure to put a fake name so you don't get caught up.